Statesmen of Delta State and the Lady Bulldogs of Union University. Starting for Delta State, batting first at right field, number 4, Reagan Stafford. Batting second, catcher, number 9, Michaela Helms. Batting third at second base, number 8, Sydney Peavy. Batting fourth at shortstop, number 2, Bailey Way. Batting fifth at first base, number 28, Caitlin Harmon. Batting sixth at left field, number 5, Abby Cataldo. Batting seventh at third base, number 17, Callie McConnell. Batting eighth at center field, number 1, Alyssa Gover. Batting ninth, designated player number 23, Nevaeh Lopez. Pitching for the Statesmen is number 24, Audrey Rumsey. And now for the Lady Bulldogs, leading off at center field, number 1, Morgan Jennings. Batting second at shortstop, number 2, Macy Neal. Batting third, catcher, number 4, Courtney Marler. Batting fourth at first base, number 12, Zoe Neal. Batting fifth at right field, number 25, Mackenzie David. Batting sixth at left field, number 7, Brooke Puckett. Batting seventh, designated player number 37, Mallory Hildebrand. Batting eighth, second base, number 9, Briley Carneal. Batting ninth at third base, number 8, Sarah Kate Thompson. And pitching for the Lady Bulldogs today is number 15, Riley Vaughn. Delta State is coached by Whitney Haynes and Keely Huff. The Bulldogs are coached by Sydney Sterner, Brian Wallen, and John Means.
Good afternoon and welcome to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. Today's game features the Lady Bulldogs of Union University versus the Statesmen of Delta State. This is Game 2 of a 3-game series. Today is a doubleheader with Game 3 following the action of Game 2. In the circle for the Lady Bulldogs in this one, we have sophomore Riley Vaughn. Vaughn has a 2.25 ERA so far on the year, 2-0 record. She has struck out 19 hitters and has a batting average against of 159. Last night was Game 1 of this series between Delta State and Union. Union came out on top 5-1. Lainey Baker threw a gem for the Lady Bulldogs in that game, throwing a complete game, striking out 13, threw 100 pitches, 70 of which were strikes. The Lady Statesmen had only one hit in the game last night. Came from their leadoff hitter, Reagan Stafford, leadoff triple. She ended up scoring on a sac bunt for Delta State's only run of the game. Stafford will be leading off here once again for Delta State against Riley Vaughn. Stafford is a senior this year. She is leading Delta State with a .429 batting average.
Number 4, Reagan Stafford.
3 doubles, 1 triple, 3 RBIs. Is getting on base 50% of the time for Delta State. Lady Bulldogs infield playing in slapper defense with first baseman Zoe Neal playing behind the bag, Briley Carneal in front of the baseline, shortstop Macy Neal and third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson playing up as well. First pitch is a called strike on the outside part of the plate, and we are underway here in Game 2 of this series. Thought about bunting there. Pulls back, still a called strike. Quickly 0-2 to the leadoff Reagan Stafford. She was 1 for 2 with a walk in last night's game. Pushes that on the outside part of the plate. Doesn't get the call. It's going to be 1-2 on Stafford. Vaughn had one to waste there. Another ball on the outside part of the plate. That time a little closer to the zone. From left to right in the outfield, the Lady Bulldogs have Brooke Puckett, Morgan Jennings, and Mackenzie David. And called strike 3 for the first strikeout of the afternoon for Riley Vaughn. Gets the leadoff hitter Reagan Stafford looking. Now batting for Delta State is the catcher, Michaela Helms. She is a senior. She is second for Delta State in batting average, hitting .333 this year with four doubles, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Looking to get something going with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. takes that one inside for a ball. Last night, Helms was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts against Laney Baker. Takes that one for a called strike. Evens the count at 1. Ball 2, the count, 2-1. It's a pretty day here at Fessmeyer Field, 53 degrees. The wind's blowing 12 miles an hour. It's sunny. Foul ball down the left field line. Evens the count at 2. 2-2 the count, 1 out here in the top of the first with Michaela Helms at the plate. Comes the pitch. Helms thought about it, took that for ball 3 high. Full count here to the 2-hole hitter. It's a high fly ball. Puck gets under. She's able to get that one, kind of falling out there. But she's able to hang on for out number 2. The wind will do some crazy things to that ball. The flag in left center is waving pretty hard today. 2 outs here. And the second baseman, Sydney Peavy, is at the plate. She is a senior for Delta State this year, hitting .257 on the season. Last night, she was 0 for 2. She did have an RBI, though, with that sac bunt that drove in Stafford in the first inning. Fouls that one back, 1-1. Ball high, 2-1, the count. See if Riley Vaughn can make it 3 up, 3 down here against Peavy. There's that one on the outside part of the plate to the right-handed hitting Peavy. 3-1 the count. Ground ball foul. And it's a full count here in the top of the first with 2 outs. That's another fly ball to left field. Puckett is going to haul that one in for the 3rd out of the inning. And 1, 2, 3 goes Delta State in the top of the first. We'll be back with you shortly for the bottom of the first.
Your life, your home,
your business, your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Whatever they went through, they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
And we're back with you here in the bottom of the first in this contest between the Union University Lady Bulldogs and the Delta State Lady Statesmen. In the circle for Delta State is Audrey Rumsey. She has a 4.54 ERA so far this year, 1-1 record. She has a 209 batting average against. Let's see if the Lady Bulldogs get something going here with leadoff Morgan Jennings coming to the plate. Jennings is a junior from Senatobia, Mississippi, graduate of Magnolia Heights School. Had a great evening in last night's game, going 2 for 3, had an RBI. Takes that one for called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. So far, Jennings this season is hitting .408, has 1 triple, 3 RBIs, is getting on base over 44% of the time for the Lady Bulldogs. Takes that one high and in to even the count at 1. Scored 12 runs for the Lady Bulldogs, the most out of any player on the team. Takes that one inside once again. Rumsey looks like she's maybe trying to push her off the plate a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a farther out pitch coming at some point in this at bat. And there it is. Foul down the left side. 2-2 the count on the leadoff Jennings. Fouls that one off. Battling here, trying to get one she can do something with. Get rid of the pitcher's pitch, get hers here. Delta State's slapper defense looks a little different than Union's, with first baseman playing a little farther in than the second baseman, shortstop playing back. Third baseman Callie McConnell several steps in front of the third base bag. Takes that one high and out for ball 3, full count here. Morgan Jennings making Audrey Rumsey work in this first at-bat of the first inning. Another foul ball. Behind the plate this afternoon is Robert Johnson. At first base, Brooke Parker, and at second base, Lawrence McCullough. McCullough was behind the plate last night. Brooke Parker will be behind the plate in Game 3 of this series. Count is full here to Morgan Jennings. Hits that one right back to the pitcher, who throws over to first to get the out. Quality at bat there by Jennings, who was able to push the count full, rack up Rumsey's pitch count. Two-hole hitter Macy Neal now at the plate. Neal was also 2 for 3 in last night's game. She scored a run and had an RBI, also walked. She's leading the Lady Bulldogs so far this season with a .449 batting average, has 5 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, and 20 RBIs already on the year. Takes that one for a called strike, 0-1. Neal has also scored 10 runs and gets on base 44.2% of the time. Ground ball foul. Neal is from Dyer, Tennessee, a graduate of Gibson County High School, transferred to Union a couple of seasons ago from the University of Tennessee at Martin. It's her second season as a Lady Bulldog. Take that back. This is her 3rd season as Lady Bulldog. And a ground ball comes around. That one's going to be down the first base line. And there's not going to be a play on it. Base hit there for Macy Neal. We're going to have a conference here between Robert Johnson and Lawrence McCullough. Macy hit that just soft enough. First baseman had to charge and get it, and she was able to run past her for a, well, they're going to call her out. Or maybe it's a foul ball. Okay, they're going to call it a foul ball. So the count is 0-2 after that foul ball by Macy Neal. See if she can get a hit here. Fouls that one back. Almost hits the on-deck hitter Courtney Marler. See who wins this battle between Rumsey and Neal. Hits that one for a line drive in the left center gap. That's going to get by the center fielder. Neal is going to be on her way to second as in a stand-up double. Delta State probably wishes that ball had been fair right about now. After Macy Neal beats Rumsey in an 0-2 battle, hitting a double to left center. That was a great piece of hitting there. Not sure what's going on here. First base coach, head coach, Sydney Sterner, walking all the way around the field. Looks like Neal, trainer Alex Aiden is going out to Neal at second base. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like we'll probably have a pinch runner. Haley Sipes going to run at second for Macy Neal. So after Neal doubles to left center, Haley Sipes is going to take over for her running at second base. The catcher, Courtney Marler, hitting in the 3 spot for Union today, is going to be at the plate. Marler was 1 for 2 in last night's game against Delta State. She scored a run and got an RBI. Hitting 318, excuse me. Couldn't see off the glare off my computer. 318 so far on the season for Marler. 0-1 the count. Sun is shining right here into the press box. Way it's angled on the softball field. Marler takes that high and outside for a ball. Marler has 8 RBIs so far on the season. She'll be looking to trade places with Haley Sipes here in this bottom of the first inning. It's going to be a pop-up. Who wants it? Pitcher Rumsey is going to get it. Takes it away from the first baseman, Caitlin Harmon. And Haley Sipes will stay at second base. 2 outs now with the cleanup hitter Zoe Neal at the plate. Zoe was 0 for 1 last night, had an RBI and a walk. She also had a sack bunt that drove in a run. Takes that on the inside part of the plate for a called strike. Neal is hitting .297 so far this season. Has 2 doubles, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. See what she can do here. 0-1 against Audrey Rumsey. Hits that one foul down the left field line. Rumsey's in her freshman season for Delta State. It's her first outing in conference play, as this weekend is Delta State's first conference series overall. After last night, they're now 0-1 on the season in GSC play. Union is 4-1, looking to improve to, or they're 3-1, looking to improve to 4-1. And that's going to do it for the bottom half of the first. Here we go to the top of the second. Riley Vaughn going to be in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. Be back with you shortly.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
And we're back here at Festmeyer Field in Game 2 of a 3-game series between Delta State and Union University. Looks like after Macy Neal was pinch run for in the bottom of the first, Haley Sipes is going to stay in the game to play third base. Third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson moves over to short.
Haley Sipes stays in the game at third base. Batting
So
down
now
number 2,
from
Bailey Way.
across around the diamond, we have Haley Sipes at third, Sarah Kate Thompson at short, Briley Carneal at second, Zoe Neal at first, Courtney Marler behind the plate, as Riley Vaughn gets set to enter her second inning of work. Ball 1 to the shortstop Bailey Way. Way was 0 for 3 last night with 2 strikeouts. Looking to improve on that here against Riley Vaughn. 2-0 the count. Way is hitting .222 on the season so far. Quickly 3-0 to the Delta State shortstop. She is a freshman this season. Takes that for ball 4. Leadoff walk here in the top of the second inning. And the first baseman, Caitlin Harmon, coming to the plate.
Caitlin Harmon.
Harmon's hitting .250 on the season. Last night she was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. A lot of strikeouts in that Delta State lineup last night as the Union pitcher Laney Baker was dealing. Attempted bunt there by Harmon was a strike. Bunt attempt there, foul back. 0-2 the count. if Riley Vaughn can get Harmon out here. 0-2. Ball outside. 1-2 the count. Fouled back behind the press box. Still 1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Riley Vaughn. It's going to be in the dirt. Try to get her to chase on that off-speed pitch. Evens the count at 2. Still 2-2 the count to Harmon. Way at first here, as there's a little pop-up back to Riley Vaughn. I guess that was a pitch. I thought it was her hitting it. Pokes that one down the right side. Right fielder Mackenzie Davie can't come up with it as she made a diving effort. That ball was slicing away from her. That wind was taking that foul ball. So Harmon gets new life here, 2-2. Swings at that ball, low and in for Riley Vaughn's second strikeout of the game. That's going to be out number 1 of this second inning. It's going to be a conference in the circle as the Union infield gets together.
Abby Cataldo.
Left fielder Abby Cataldo is going to be at the plate for Delta State. Cataldo hitting .273 so far this season, has 1 double, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, getting on base 33.3% of the time for Delta State. Going to look to improve on that here in this at-bat versus Riley Vaughn. Cataldo was 0 for 1 last night. Struck out once. Pop up. Off the net. Cataldo's a junior this season for Delta State. Here in an 0-1 count against Riley Vaughn. It's that one foul over the third base side. Oh, 0-2 now to Cataldo. She has an interesting stance. Her foot's almost touching the line. She steps into the pitch. Ball gets away from Courtney Marler, throws down to the shortstop Thompson, and the runner is going to be safe. Way is going to be safe down there at second. Looked like the ball beater must have been able to get around the tag. Nice shot by Courtney Marler there to Sarah Kate Thompson. Delta State now has a runner in scoring position here with Cataldo at the plate. Pops that one back off the net. Marler catches it off the net. These Delta State hitters aren't going down without a fight. Looking to even the series here in this game. Ball high and out. Evens the count at 2. Ooh. Did she check her swing? She went around. It's going to be a strikeout for Riley Vaughn. Her second of the afternoon. 2 outs now in the top of the second. Cataldo tried to hold back, just couldn't do it. Ball 1 inside to Callie McConnell, the third baseman for Delta State. McConnell was 0 for 3 last night. Foul down the left field line. One and one the count here to Callie McConnell. Takes that a high ball. 2 and 1. Delta State looking to take advantage of having a runner in scoring position this inning. Get something going with 2 outs. Ground ball past Haley Sipes at third. That's going to be a fair ball. Way will score. And McConnell will go into second base with a double. First hit of the afternoon for Delta State and their first run.
Batting now, number 1.
That was one of those perfectly placed balls. Third baseman Haley Sipes just couldn't get to that one. It was hit so hard. And was rolling away from the left fielder Brooke Puckett, so she had to chase that down. So Delta State gets a run with 2 outs here in the second. And the center fielder Alyssa Gover will go to the plate. She was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts yesterday. Swing and a miss there. Evens the count at 1. Gover is hitting .250 on the season so far. Has 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Getting on base 25% of the time for Delta State. It's that ground ball to the second baseman, Briley Carneal, who fields it, throws a wild throw. Zoe Neal is not able to grab that, as McConnell will score and Gover will go into second base. That's going to be an error on the play. And head coach Sydney Sterner is going to call time and go and talk to her defense and her pitcher. It's going to be an error on the second baseman, Briley Carneal. Just a wild throw there. The first baseman, Zoe Neal, just couldn't stretch out and get that one.
Batting now, number 23, Nevaeh Lopez.
And we're back in action here after that meeting on the mound. As Nevaeh Lopez will be at the plate. She's the designated player today. We did not see her in yesterday's game. She is a freshman this season. Foul ball there. Lopez is hitting 182 so far, has had 11 at bats, 2 hits, 3 runs scored. See what she can do here in the top of the second, as Delta State has already scored 2 runs with 2 outs. High and in, ball 1. Riley Vaughn looking to hold Delta State to these 2 runs here. Fouled back. Pez was all over that pitch. Fouled it straight back behind her. Lady Bulldogs in slapper defense here. Zoe Neal, the first baseman, playing back behind the base. Briley Carneal in front of the baseline. Sarah Kate Thompson's playing normal depth, as Haley Sipes is a step or 2 in front of the third base bag. High and in, ball 2. 2's across the board, 2-2. The count, 2 outs. In the second inning here in game 2 of this 3-game series between Delta State and Union University. Fouled, almost went in the Union dugout on the third base side. Delta State looking to add more here. They have a rally going with 2 outs in the top of the second. It's going to be off of Lopez's foot. I'm going to shake that off. No, that hurts. The wind's still blowing here at Fesmeyer Field. Wind and flag in left center, whipping back and forth. Foul ball once again down the left side. Lopez is not going down without a fight. All over the ball. Riley Vaughn going to look to push something past her here, or let her defense work behind her, get her to hit into an out. It's going to be ball inside, makes the count full. See if Gover will be going on the pitch. Foul back. Gover's getting a hard lead off second on that pitch from Riley Vaughn. Still 3-2. As Sarah Kate Thompson has moved in more on the infield, playing around the baseline, maybe a foot or step in front of it. And it's going to be ball 4, low. Delta State getting excited here in the top of the second inning, as they have scored both of their runs so far with 2 outs. Gover is at second after a bad throw by Briley Carneal. Nevaeh Lopez just worked a full count into a walk, and the leadoff Reagan Stafford is at the plate. Stafford is 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this game. 1-0 the count to Stafford, who had the only hit last night for Delta State. Leadoff triple. High and in for ball 2. Stafford is a senior this year for Delta State, veteran on this squad. Takes that for a called strike. Vaughn looking to work back in herself back into this count. 2-1. Ball high, and Stafford is now ahead 3-1. She'll be looking for her pitch here, patient, as Vaughn has thrown several balls in the last several at bats for Delta State. It's going to be foul back. Lady Bulldogs wearing white today. Delta State's in black. It's going to be ball 4, 2 straight walks for Vaughn. The bases are loaded here with 2 outs, and the catcher, Michaela Helms, coming to the plate. Having to take her gear off. Hard as a catcher being on deck. 2 outs. Don't want to necessarily take all your stuff off, but have to rush whenever the person in front of you gets on. Comes the pitch. Takes that one inside for a called strike on the inside corner. Not sure Helms liked that call. Ball high. See if Vaughn can work out of this jam here. Swing and a miss by Helms. 1-2 the count. Ball outside. Evens the count at 2. Lady Bulldogs defense back at regular depth will look to get an out to end the inning. They have a force anywhere. It's going to be high in foul territory. Oh, Brooke Puckett just missed that ball. The wind, I believe, took it a little bit, and that clears the bases for Delta State, as all the runners are going to be running on contact with 2 outs. And Brooke Puckett drops that. It's going to be an error. And Delta State scores 3 runs on the play, making it 5-0. I believe the wind influenced that ball just a little bit. It was high, moving around. Puckett wasn't able to corral it. Standing right on the line between foul territory and fair territory, as that is going to squirt around behind the plate, let Helms get to third base. And Sydney Peavy, second baseman's in her second at bat of this game. She is 0 for 1. Now on a 2-0 count to Riley Vaughn. No action down in the Lady Bulldogs bullpen. This is Riley Vaughn's game so far. Foul back around the press box. Makes it 2-1. Ball high. 3-1 the count. Helms is at third, with Peavy looking to score her in this at bat. Swing and a miss. Full count now, 3-2, 2 outs. This Gulf South Conference matchup between the Delta State University Lady Statesmen and the Union University Lady Bulldogs. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be ball 4. Helms thought about it. That's around at third base. Peavy is now on after that walk. Runners on first and third now, with shortstop Bailey Way coming to the plate. This is a big spot for the freshman of Delta State. And shows bunt, pulls back, going to be a called strike. And the ball scoots away from the third baseman. Helms is going to run, throwing the ball to the catcher, Courtney Marler. The ball is knocked away. Her glove comes off. Ball's knocked away. And Peavy is going to end up on third base. She was running on the pitch. There's going to be another conference between the infielders and pitcher here. Lady Bulldogs just need one out here. All these runs that Delta State has gotten have come with 2 outs in this inning. 3 errors for the Lady Bulldogs so far. Second baseman Sydney Peavy standing at third base. Shortstop Bailey Way is still at the plate. Ball outside, 1-1 the count. And we do have some action now in the Lady Bulldogs bullpen. Can't really see who it is. The dugout is blocking my view. A lot of things can happen in softball, folks. After coming off a 5-1 win last night, only allowing Delta State to have 1 hit in the game, Lady Bulldogs are now down 6-0. Delta State still only has 1 hit in this one. Have scored partly on 3 errors by the Lady Bulldogs. Two and 2 the count here. Ground ball. Vaughn's going to field it, fires to Zoe Neal at first base to get the 3rd out of the inning, and Lady Bulldogs are able to get out of it, not before allowing 6 runs on 1 hit, 3 errors. Here we go, the bottom of the 2nd. Let's see if the Lady Bulldogs can cut into that Delta State lead. We'll be back with you shortly.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
And we're back at Fessmeyer Field in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Delta State is up 6-0 after a 6-run top of the 2nd. They scored 6 runs on 1 hit, 3 errors by the Lady Bulldogs. See if the Lady Bulldogs can rally here in the bottom of the 2nd with 5th-year graduate student Mackenzie David coming to the plate. David is from Scott, Louisiana. Had a 3-for-4 evening in the first game of this series. Takes that for ball 1. David is hitting .282 so far this year. Has 11 hits, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. He's getting on base almost 35% of the time for Union. Need a base runner here if they're going to cut into this lead. Takes that for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. This is not the start to this one that the Lady Bulldogs were hoping for after last night's 5-1 victory. And that's a drive right at the left fielder, who's going to haul that in, but that was a shot, let me tell you, off the bat of David. Left fielder Abby Cataldo played it just right, was able to bring that one in. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Sometimes little bloopers will fall and then hard hits will go right at people. But the averages always even out, folks. Left fielder Brooke Puckett at the plate now. Did not see Puckett in last night's game. But here she is now swinging at the first pitch, ground ball to the third baseman, over to the first baseman for a quick second out. And Audrey Rumsey still on the mound for Delta State in her second inning of work. Gets a quick 1-2 here as DP Mallory Hildebrand, sophomore from Montgomery, Alabama, looks to get the ball rolling here with 2 outs. Delta State can get 6 runs with 2 outs, so can Union. Ball inside to Hildebrand. Riley Carneal on deck. 1-0 count to Hildebrand. Hildebrand was 1 for 4 last night. Her hit put the Lady Bulldogs ahead, and they would keep that lead, ended up winning 5-1. See if Hildebrand can come up big here with a 2-0 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Takes that one inside for ball 3. Comes the 3-0 pitch. It's going to be in there for a called strike. So foul ball at the plate. Makes the count full 3-2 here with 2 outs. Rumsey has battled back from 3-0 to 3-2 here against Mallory Hildebrand. Hits that one, ground ball. Second baseman dives to get it, throws across to the first baseman. What a play. Ordinarily, that'd probably be a base hit getting by the second baseman, but she was able to dive and get that backhand to field that one. First baseman got the scoop over there to get the out, and that's going to do it for the Lady Bulldogs in the bottom half of the second. Back with you shortly for the top of the third.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. Macy Neal is going to re-enter playing shortstop. Sarah Kate Thompson moves back to third base. Riley Vaughn back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. Down 6-0 here in the top of the third. And first baseman Caitlin Harmon is going to be at the plate. She's 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout against Vaughn. Vaughn has walked 4, has 3 strikeouts in this one. Ball low and in. And that's going to be a foul ball, line drive. Just foul on the left side. Harmon coming out swinging here. After scoring 6 runs in the top of the second, Delta State has some confidence building. Love to get to hold him here in the top of the third. 2-1 the count to Harmon, who is a sophomore this season for Delta State. Fouls that one off. Evens the count at 2. It's a chilly but sunny day here at Fessmeyer Field. Beautiful day for softball. Line drive foul. Are we going to look to put one in play here? Called strike 3 for Riley Vaughn. Quick out here in the top of the third inning. See if Vaughn and the Lady Bulldogs can keep that going. Get 2 more quick outs and go back to hit and cut into this Delta State lead. Ball in the dirt, ball 1. That was Riley Vaughn's 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Foul ball on that inside pitch. Fouls it down the left side. 1-1 the count to Abby Cataldo. Cataldo made that play on Mackenzie David's rocket to left field last half inning. Played it just right. Robbed the 5th-year graduate student of a hit, and that one's deep, and that one's gone. Cataldo hits her own hard drive to left field. This one gets over the fence for Delta State's 2nd hit of the game, 7th run. Sydney Sterner talking to the home plate umpire. Looks like there might be a change here. That Delta State dugout is loud down there, folks. They are loving this 7-0 lead they have. Let's see if the Lady Bulldogs can stay up and stay confident in this one. Come back and score some runs. And the new pitcher we're going to have is Addie Abel. She's going to be in the circle now for the Lady Bulldogs. We last saw Abel in Union's midweek on Wednesday against Miles College. Abel has a 2.57 ERA so far this season. She did get the win in Game 2 against Miles, so she is 1-0 so far. That was a complete game in which the Lady Bulldogs run-ruled Miles. She has 10 strikeouts so far on the season and a 273 batting average against. Let's see if she can hold Delta State here in the bottom of the third, or in the top of the third, rather. Abel's gonna get her warm-up pitches. She did warm up some down in the bullpen, but whenever a pitcher comes in, they do get several on the field. Third baseman Callie McConnell will be at the plate for Delta State. She is 1 for 1 with an RBI so far. And she will be the first hitter that Addison Abel faces here in this top of the third inning, as Abel looks to hold Delta State here so that her Lady Bulldogs can come to the plate in the bottom of the third. And that's first pitch swinging, grounds to the shortstop Macy Neal, fires across to Zoe Neal for out number 2. 1 pitch, 1 out for Abel. Great start to her outing so far.
Batting now number 1, Alyssa Gover.
And Alyssa Gover will come to the plate. She reached on an error her last at bat. First pitch swinging, pop up. Who's going to call it? And second baseman Bradley Cornell is going to get that. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And here we go to the bottom half of the third, where the Lady Bulldogs will try to cut into Delta State's lead. We're back with you shortly here at Fessmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us. A promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field here in the home half of the third inning. Bradley Carneal will be at the plate for the Lady Bulldogs. This is going to be her first at bat of the game. She is playing second base in this one for Union. Carneal is a senior from Medina, Tennessee, graduate of South Gibson County High School. Like Macy Neal, she transferred to Union from the University of Tennessee at Martin. She was 0 for 3 in last night's game. Takes that one for a called strike on the outside part of the plate. So far this season, Carneal is hitting .276. Has scored 4 runs, 2 RBIs, is getting on base 40% of the time. Takes that for a ball. Looked like she was going to bunt, pulled back for as the ball was off the plate. Grounds that one. Third baseman's going to charge, fire, not in time as Bradley Carneal has a infield hit. Great work by Carneal there, hitting it just soft enough that the third baseman McConnell had to charge, couldn't fire across fast enough to beat the speedy Carneal. Second hit of the game for the Bulldogs. Leadoff batter aboard here with the third baseman Sarah Kate Thompson at the plate. Shows a bunt, pulls back, called strike there, 0-1. Thompson is from Myrtle, Mississippi. She transferred to Union from Itawamba Community College. This is her first season as a Lady Bulldog. She was 2 for 3 in last night's game, scored 1 run. Grounds that one past the diving McConnell. It's going to be a foul ball. So here she comes back to the plate. We'll do it again. 0-2 the count. Thompson's hitting .351 so far this season for the Lady Bulldogs. See if she can extend that here. Has scored 9 runs, has 6 RBIs, and gets on 38.5% of the time. Takes that for called strike 3. I don't think she liked that call, but that will be out number 1. And that was Audrey Rumsey's second strikeout of the afternoon, as she has only allowed 2 hits and no runs so far in this one. And the leadoff Morgan Jennings will hit now. She is 0 for 1 so far today. Takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. Carneal didn't get a great read on that, as the catcher kept it pretty much in front of her, ended up staying at first base. Been a tough one to take second on, as it stayed pretty much in front of the catcher. That's going to be a ball. Makes the count 2-0. As Morgan Jennings looks to get something going with a runner on, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's going to be a called strike, the outside part of the plate. Macy Neal waits on deck. She doubled to left center in her last at bat. Be nice if Jennings could get on, to have 2 runners on with Neal at the plate. Shows bunt, pulls back. Ball 3. Counts now 3-1 to Morgan Jennings. Grounds that one foul. Full count now. Riley Carneal makes her way back to first base. She was going with the ball on the ground. 1 out here. It's me a ground ball. Foul again. And we'll do it again here, as Riley Carneal is going back to first base. Probably wishing that Morgan would hit it fair right about now, so she doesn't have to keep going back and forth. It's tough as a runner whenever you get out of breath going back and forth on foul balls. It's going to be another ground ball at the shortstop. Goes to the second baseman for 1, and that's all they'll get, as Morgan Jennings is fast, makes it to first base, plenty of time. So she gets on a fielder's choice, as shortstop Bailey Way throws it over to Sydney Peavy at second for out number 2. And Macy Neal will come to the plate with 2 outs. Morgan Jennings on first. Had a double last time against Rumsey. See if she can do it again here. And that's going to be a hard line drive foul. Coming out swinging. Neal's a very aggressive hitter. Can put a good swing on just about any pitch. Makes her a tough out. And a ground ball through the left side. It's going to be another base hit for Macy Neal. 2 for 2 in this game. Advances Morgan Jennings to second. So runners on first and second, with the catcher Courtney Marlar coming to the plate. Marlar will get rid of her shin guards. Get ready for her at bat. She is 0 for 1 so far in this one. It was 1 for 2 last night. Let's see if she can get another hit here. Collect an RBI or 2. Cut into this 7-0 Delta State lead. It's going to be ball high and in. One 1-0 the count. Lady Bulldogs looking to get a rally of their own going here with 2 outs. It's going to be another ball. 2-0 the count to Union's catcher. And Delta State's catcher Helms is going to come out to the mound to talk to her pitcher Rumsey. Looking to settle her down. Helms is a senior, Rumsey a freshman. Gonna impart some of her knowledge here to her freshman pitcher. Marler stands in now, 2-0 the count. Here comes the pitch from Rumsey. And it will be a strike on the inside corner. Whatever Helms said to Rumsey must have worked, folks. 2-1 the count now. Fouls that one. Hits the catcher Helms somewhere. No, that didn't feel good. Gonna give her a minute. The coaches come out to check on her. Catchers have a tough job. Good thing they have all that gear, but it just sometimes doesn't cover everything. She's going to be all right. So the count is 2-2 to Courtney Marler. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Union looks to cut into the 7-0 Delta State lead. With their 3-hole hitter, Courtney Marler at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. Hits the outside of the Union dugout. I think I saw a couple of them flinch in there. Who will win this battle? Foul back. Courtney Marler was on that, just didn't get quite enough of it to send it in fair territory. See if she can do it here. The count is still 2-2. Lady Bulldogs rocking those stirrups today. Ball out. Full count now, 3-2. And the Union University Lady Bulldog runners will be on the move here. Full count, 2 outs. Could be the perfect opportunity to score a couple of runs if Courtney Marler can get a base hit here. It's going to be another foul ball. And we'll do it again as Morgan Jennings goes back to second, Mason Neal back to first. Several Union University sporting events going on. Baseball behind us and men's and women's basketball on the road. And that's a hard line drive foul by Courtney Marler. Ends up down around the tarp. I don't think that the left fielder is going to be able to find that one. So we'll just get a new ball. I'm sure they'll find it at some point. Probably have to unroll that tarp again pretty soon with all the rain that happens this time of year. Here comes the pitch, and the runners will be going. And a line drive, base hit. The left center field. Jennings is going to score. Coach Wallen's waving Macy Neal around. She's going to score. And Courtney Marler is standing on second with a double. 2 RBIs. Now 7-2 Delta State. Great piece of hitting there. Great battle by Courtney Marler, the sophomore catcher. What a clutch at bat by Marler. Here's JoJo Neal. Oh, hits that one off of her foot. Oh, that one hurt. Coaches and trainer are going to come and check her out. Hopefully she's all right here. We got her leg guard to start this at bat. It would happen if, as you forget it, you're going to hit it there. The ball's just going to find it. Going to walk it off. Hopefully she'll be able to continue this at bat. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this game. She's going to be able to continue this at bat. It's going to be 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. Takes that one for a ball high. Evens the count at 1. After Courtney Marler's clutch double, just an at bat before, she's standing on second. Hopefully Zoe can hit one, switch places with her here in the bottom of the third inning. Hard line drive foul. Looks like that was an off-speed pitch. If it had been a fastball, probably would have seen that one go into the outfield somewhere. It was just a little early on that off-speed pitch from Rumsey. 1-2 the count. And that's a long fly ball. Deep to left center field and gone. And after hitting her ankle to start the at-bat, she comes back and hits a long fly ball, and the Lady Bulldogs are right back in this game. It is 7-4. All with 2 outs. Delta State can do it. We can do it too. What an inning from the Lady Bulldogs, and it's not over yet. Huge home run there from the junior Zoe Neal. And it's 7-4 now with 5th-year grad student Mackenzie David coming to the plate. Softball is such a great game, folks. Ball high to Mackenzie David. And that's going to be a ball out. 2-0 the count. Looks like we might be going to have a pinch hitter in the next at bat. Cameron Langley's on deck. David takes that one for a strike on the inside part of the plate, and what she wanted was ahead in the count. Can be patient in that hitter's count. Fouls it back. Whoa, almost hit her on the comeback. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. See if David can keep this inning alive. She is 0 for 1 so far in this one. Looking to get her first hit here in this 2-2 pitch coming from Rumsey. Takes that for a ball, low and in. Hit the dirt. 3-2 the count. Foul back to the left side as David is battling, staying in this at bat. We'll do it again here, 3-2. Oh, swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch. That's going to be a strikeout. Rumsey's third of the game, but not before the Lady Bulldogs cut into that Delta State lead. It is now 7-4 after a 2 RBI double from Courtney Marler and a 2-run bomb from Zoe Neal. We'll be back with you for the top of the fourth, just a few minutes.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
And we're back here at Fesmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. It's the top of the fourth in this game 2 of 3 between Delta State and Union. Addie Abel back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs after getting 2 outs on 2 pitches when she came in the top of the third. And Nevaeh Lopez is going to take that for a called strike. She has a walk on her last at bat. Her only at bat of the game so far. Score is 7-4 after a big 4-run inning for Union. Scored all their runs with 2 outs. It's going to be a foul. 0-2 to Lopez. Catcher Courtney Marler hit a 2-run double to left center, and the first baseman Zoe Neal hit a towering 2-run home run to left center in the bottom of the third to cut into that Delta State lead. It's going to be high and out. Ball 1. Abel had one to waste there. Comes the pitch. Fouled straight back. Just missed getting all of that one. One and 2 the count. Union is in slapper defense here. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the afternoon for Abel. Quickly 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning.
Batting now number Stafford.
Leadoff Reagan Stafford coming to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout in this game so far. It's going to be a ball outside. Pulled back from that bunt attempt to get that call, 1-0. And that's going to be a swing. Ground ball to the second baseman, Carneal. Throws across to Zoe Neal for out number 2. Quickly 2 outs for Abel here in the top of the 4th.
Batting now number 9, Michaela Helms.
Catcher Michaela Helms coming to the plate now. Takes that for a called strike on the inside corner. Ground ball. Shortstop Mason Neal has it, fires across to Zoe Neal for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Lady Statesmen in the top of the 4th. And we will be going to the bottom of the 4th here. Back with you shortly.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field, home of the Lady Bulldogs of Union University. Going to have a pitching change for Delta State in this bottom half of the 4th. It's going to be Emma Enderund. She is 0-2 so far this season, has an 8.56 ERA and a 3.45 batting average against. See if the Lady Bulldogs can take advantage of that, as we have a pinch hitter here. Cameron Langley, the freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee, is going to step into the box, and she gets hit on the first pitch right in the helmet. So the Lady Bulldogs have their leadoff hitter aboard here in the bottom of the 4th. And designated player Mallory Hildebrand will come to the plate. Hildebrand is 0 for 1 so far in this one. She had a clutch RBI hit last night to break a 1-1 tie. See if she can do some damage here. Takes that first pitch for strike 1. I'm going to bunt, and she's going to get it down fair. Third baseman's going to throw across to the second baseman, Peavy, for out number 1. That moves Cameron Langley into scoring position. So a sack bunt for Hildebrand. Nice job there. And the second baseman, Briley Carneal, is going to come to the plate. She is 1 for 1 so far after an infield hit her first at bat, using her speed to get on. See what she can do here with 1 out. The bottom of the 4th as Union looks to cut even deeper into that 7-4 Delta State lead. It's going to be a ball on the outside part of the plate. Fouled straight back by Carneal. All over that pitch. Looks like she wishes she could have that one back. See if she can get all of this next pitch. The left-hander, who is a junior from Delta State. It's going to be another foul ball, so it's 1-2. Endurin looks to retire another batter in her first inning of work. Foul straight back. Carneal's all over it. Sometimes difficult as a left-handed hitter to face a left-handed pitcher. It's not as difficult as baseball, I'm sure, but softball is still difficult as there aren't as many lefties in the circle. I know as a left-handed hitter I had a harder time hitting off left-handed pitchers. Carneal is all over Endurin though. It's going to be 1-2. The count, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, looked to be off speed. Got Carneal out in front for Endurin's first strikeout of the game. 2 outs here with Cameron Langley still on second base, and the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson, coming to the plate.
Number 8, Sarah Kate Thompson.
Thompson's 0 for 1 so far with a strikeout. See if she can keep it going for Union with 2 outs. Takes that for a called strike on the outside corner. Not sure she liked that call. See if she can battle back here. Swing and a miss. Sarah Kate Thompson's going to go down to first, but the catcher caught it, so there was no need to throw down. Strikes out the last two hitters there for Endurin, and it's going to be 7-4 still Delta State going in the top of the 5th. We'll be back with you shortly.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field. It's the top of the 5th in this contest between the Delta State Lady Statesmen and the Union University Lady Bulldogs. This is going to be Addie Abel's second full inning of work. She has pitched 1 2/3 innings so far. It's Sydney Peavy to foul that one off. 0-1 the count. Peavy is 0 for 1 with a walk so far. Playing second base for Delta State this afternoon. Takes that for a called strike on the inside corner. 0-2 quickly to Peavy. Takes that for a ball. Outside, 1-2 the count. Ground ball foul on the left side. Peavy looking to battle and stay in this one. Delta State has a 7-4 lead here in the top of the 5th. Looking to add to that here, while the Lady Bulldogs want to hold them, get back into their half of the 5th and score a few more runs. Comes a 1-2 pitch from Abel. Peavy grounds it right back to Abel, who throws to Zoe Neal for out number 1. Abel has been excellent so far in her relief appearance. Very efficient.
Bailey Way.
Shortstop Bailey Way coming to the plate for Delta State. She is 0 for 1 with a walk as well. It's going to be Abel's 12th pitch of the game. Swing and a miss. Looked to have been a little off speed as Way was way out in front of that pitch. It's going to be a ball in the dirt. 1-1. Ground ball. Zoe Neal's going to get it and take it to the bag herself for out number 2. Great play there by the first baseman. Two outs now with first baseman Caitlin Harmon coming to the plate. Harmon is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts so far in this one. See if Abel can retire her now. Just send it to the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be a ball. 1-0. Cameron Langley is playing left field for Union now. Ground ball past Abel to the shortstop Macy Neal, who fires across to Zoe Neal. Out number 3. 1-2-3 we go. And we're going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 7-4 Delta State. Be back with you shortly.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field as leadoff Morgan Jennings is at the plate for Union. 0 for 2 in this one, looking to get her first hit of the day. As Union is down 7-4, looking to come back here against Delta State. Swung and missed there, 0-2 the count. Endurand is in for her second inning of work for Delta State. Ball on the outside part of the plate. 1-2 the count now to Morgan Jennings. Ball even farther outside, 2-2. Delta State's leaving that shortstop side of second base wide open as the shortstop Bailey Way is playing deep in the hole. And Morgan Jennings is going to get hit by the pitch, so she will lead off this inning on base for Macy Neal coming to the plate. Neal is 2 for 2 so far. There'll be a meeting at the mound now. If I were Delta State, I'd want to be careful here too. Macy Neal is a very seasoned hitter, veteran on this squad. Union University offense will decide what they want to do here. Assistant coach Brian Wallen leading the charge over there at third base. And Macy Neal will dig in here. No outs in the bottom of the 5th. Takes that on the outside corner for strike 1. Gonna be looking for something she can drive here. Ball low, 1-1 the count to Macy Neal. Swing and a miss, and Jennings will be running. Gonna have a stolen base there. 1-2 the count on Macy Neal. Swung right through that one. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And she's going to poke that one foul down the left side. Get a piece of that one to stay alive. Almost got it fair. Neal had a double to left center in her first at bat. Got her second hit on a single through the left side. See what she can do here in her third at bat. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss on that ball off the plate. So it's going to be 1 out here. And catcher Courtney Marlar is going to get ready to dig in. Marlar had a clutch 2 RBI double in her last at bat to make the score 7-2, and then scored on Zoe Neal's 2-run home run following. It's going to be a little bobble. Oh, base hit. She hit a little squibbler. Nobody can make a play on it. Pitcher fielded it, but no play, as that will be an infield hit for Courtney Marler. And the cleanup hitter, Zoe Neal, will be at the plate. Had a 2-run home run her last time up. See what she does with runners on first and third, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Takes that one for strike 1. The inside part of the plate. Wearing her leg guard this time. Hit it off her shin to start her at bat last time, before she hit that moon shot to left center. It's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. She's going to go home, and the catcher couldn't handle the throw. Morgan Jennings is going to score. Courtney Marler is going to be held up at third, and Zoe Neal is going to end up at second. 7-5 is the score now. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to be a base hit for Zoe Neal. Two for 3 now. 2 runners in scoring position for the 5th-year graduate student from Scott, Louisiana, Mackenzie David, playing right field today for the Lady Bulldogs. See what she can do here. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far, after having a 3 for 4 night last night. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Good patience there by the veteran. Gets a sign from third base coach Brian Wallen. After being down 7-0 after the top of the 3rd, the Lady Bulldogs have fought their way back into this game. It's now 7-5. Takes that one for a ball. To be an off-speed pitch from Endurand. 2-0 the count. Comes the pitch from the left-hander. It's going to be a ground ball back through the hole. The shortstop's going to field it, throw over, and her foot came off. The first baseman's foot came off the bag, and Mackenzie David's going to be safe. Courtney Marler scores. Zoe Neal moves over to third base, and it's 7-6 now. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And freshman Cameron Langley at the plate. Langley entered a couple innings ago and started playing left field. She got hit by a pitch in her first at bat of this game. Big spot here for the freshman from Lebanon, Tennessee. Runners on first and third. It's going to be a strike on the outside part of the plate. Tell you one thing, folks, this Lady Bulldogs team does not give up. Would have been easy to lay down and accept defeat when they were down 7-0, but they haven't done that. Instead, it's now 7-6. And chance for more here in the bottom of the 5th as Cameron Langley takes strike 2. 0-2 the count, 1 out. Takes that for a ball. Outside. 1-2. Here comes the pitch. And it's going to be a bunt, and she's going to get it down. Second baseman's going to field it, shovel it across to the first baseman, gets Cameron Langley at first, but what a bunt with 2 strikes. If she doesn't get that down, that's going to be strike 3. What an at-bat from the freshman. Clutch. Scores a run. It's going to be tie the game, 7-7.
Now, number 37,
moves Mackenzie David into scoring position at second base, so Langley gets an RBI on that sac bunt. What a play. What a call from the third base coach, Brian Wallen, in a 1-2 count. Don't see that every day. And the DP, Mallory Hildebrand, she hits it back to the pitcher, throws across. First baseman's able to haul that in, so it's going to be 3 outs, but not before. Lady Bulldogs score 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning to tie the game at 7 apiece. Going into the top of the 6th, Addison Abel will be back in the circle for the Lady Bulldogs. We'll be back with you shortly.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field, home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. We are now tied here in the top of the 6th inning as Delta State scored 6 in the top of the 2nd and 1 in the top of the 3rd, but the Lady Bulldogs came back with 4 in the bottom of the half of the 3rd and 3 in the bottom half of the 5th to tie the game at 7 apiece. So it's basically a 0-0 ball game here with Addie Abel in the circle and Abby Cataldo at the plate. She hit a home run in her last at bat, so she is 1 for 2 today with an RBI and a strikeout. Takes ball 1, so the count is 1-0. But a game, and this is only the first game of the doubleheader. Still got lots more softball to bring to you today. Cataldo takes that one on the inside corner for strike 1. It's 1-1 the count. Shows bunt, goes for it. Strike 2. 1-2 the count to Cataldo. Third baseman Kelly McConnell waits on deck. And a ball in the dirt there, 2-2. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a long foul ball. A little early on that pitch was Cataldo. Ground ball to the shortstop. Oh, it's going to get away from Macy Neal. So Cataldo reaches on an error by the shortstop. Took a funny hop. Wasn't able to corral it. So Delta State has their leadoff hitter aboard. And their third baseman, Kelly McConnell, will come to the plate. 4 errors now in the game for Union. But they are still in this game as it's tied 7-7. Shows bunt, foul attempt by McConnell. So she will come back to the plate with an 0-1 count. pop up in the infield. Who wants it? The shortstop, Mason Neal's going to call it and grab it, so that's going to be out number 1. Cataldo remains at first base. And Alyssa Gover will come to the plate. Actually, there's going to be a pinch hitter. So number 3, Maddie Granberry, is going to get to hit here in the top of the 6th. So she will pinch hit for Gover.
Number 3, Maddie Granberry.
We saw Granberry last night as she pinch ran for Emma Collier in game 1 of this series. See what she does here at the plate against Addie Abel with 1 out. Shows bunt, pulls back for ball 1. Marler throws down to second baseman Briley Carneal. It was a little bit high, so they didn't get Cataldo diving back in. Good attempt, though. Comes a 1-0 pitch from Abel. Called strike 1. One the count, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Wind's still blowing here at Fesmeyer Field. Shows bunt, pulls back for ball 2. And Cataldo will dive back into first base. Two and 1 the count. Good crowd here at Fesmeyer Field for this doubleheader between Delta State and Union. Ball 3 inside. Count goes to 3 and 1. 1 out here. Strike 2 called. Granberry didn't like that one. Getting ready to go to first. Thought that was ball 4, but home plate umpire Robert Johnson decided otherwise, so Granberry will step back in with a 3-2 count. 3-2-1 on the board, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Fouls it straight back. So we'll do it again here, 3-2. There's ball 4 for Granberry, so she will make it to first base with a walk, pushing Cataldo to second. So Macy and Zoe Neal will talk to Abel in the circle. 1 out here. Lady Bulldogs have a force at first, second, or third.
Batting now, number 23,
with
Lopez.
Nevaeh Lopez coming to the plate. She has walked once and struck out once in this game. Infield playing in with a slapper at the plate. Looking to get it out here. It's going to be a ball outside. Good job by Courtney Marler to keep that one in front. Keep the runners at first and second. 1-0 the count. As Abel gets ready to throw her 30th pitch of the game. It's going to be a ground ball foul past past the diving Sarah Kate Thompson at third base. Lady Bulldogs giving full effort here. What a game so far in this game 2 of the series. It's going to be fair to Sarah Kate Thompson. It's going to hit in front of her and bounce off of her, so she has no play anywhere. So Lopez is going to reach first. Bases are loaded now with 1 out. It's going to be another error. 5th error of the game for the Lady Bulldogs, and head coach Sydney Sterner will walk to the circle and talk to her infield. So Sydney Sterner walks back to the dugout after talking with her defense there. And leadoff hitter for Delta State, Reagan Stafford, will come to the plate. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. She also has a walk this afternoon. Infield is in for the Lady Bulldogs. Bases loaded with 1 out. Here comes a pitch from Abel. Ball high and out. Been a difficult day for the Lady Bulldogs defense, as they've had 5 errors in this game so far. Let's see if they can work out of this jam. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss by Stafford. 1-1. Big spot for Stafford here. She hits that one. It's going to be foul. Home plate umpire calls a foul ball. That was just about as close as you'll see, folks. Almost hit right on the line. Home plate umpire Robert Johnson calls it foul. Lady Bulldogs are thankful for that right about now, because that would have scored at least 2 runs, maybe cleared the bases. It's going to be 1-2 here to Reagan Stafford. It's be a ball outside. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Abel. Takes it for strike 3 called. Huge second out there for the Lady Bulldogs. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Addie Abel. What a pitch. Helms is going to be at the plate.
Batting now, number 9, Michaela Helms.
Thought there was going to be a change there, but I guess no changes for Delta State. Two outs now with the bases loaded. Ball high. 1-0 the count. Makes that one low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Here comes a 2-0 pitch from Abel. It's going to be ball 3. 3-0 to Helms, who is 0 for 3 so far today. And we're going to look to work our way back in this count. Don't want to give up a walk here with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And that's going to be ball 4. Helms is going to get on 4 straight pitches. 8-7 now, Delta State. Not what you wanted there if you're the Lady Bulldogs, but still a chance to get out of this and go to their half of the inning and score some runs. Sydney Peavy now at the plate. It's going to be a ball in the dirt. 1-0. Peavy is 0 for 2 with a walk today. And that's going to be a line drive snagged by the shortstop, Macy Neal. What a play. She just stuck her arm up and the ball just went in the glove. What a play by the shortstop, Macy Neal. She's an all-around player, folks. And 3 up. We're going to have 3 outs here, so we'll go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Delta State up 8-7. We'll be back with you shortly.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
Welcome back to Festmeyer Field. It is 8-7, Delta State in front after they scored a run in the top of the 6th. Macy Neal had an excellent play to end the top of the 6th. Line drive shot. She stuck her glove up and snagged it. I thought it was over her head for sure. She was able to haul it in for the 3rd out. Marley Carneal going to lead off things here for Lady Bulldogs in their half of the 6th inning. She is 1 for 2 so far today. Emma Indurand is back on the mound for Delta State as Briley Carneal fouls off that first pitch. 0-1 the count. The wind's still blowing here at Festmeyer Field. Chilly even up in the press box today. Briley Carneal tries to drop a bunt down. It's foul, so it's going to be 0-2. The baseball game behind us is tied 6-6. See if the Bulldogs can pull off a win there. 0-2 the count to Carneal. It's going to foul it back. High and out for ball 1. The count goes to 1-2 on the Lady Bulldogs second baseman. Ball in the dirt, evens the count at 2. Good discipline at the plate by Briley Carneal, senior on this Lady Bulldog squad. Good mix of veterans and newcomers here for this Lady Bulldog team. Swing and a miss. Down goes Carneal. That's our second strikeout of the afternoon. That's going to be out number 1 of this inning. And a pinch hitter going to come to the plate for Union. Kira Finkley will hit in Sarah Kate Thompson's spot. Finkley is a junior this season. She's from Grenada, Mississippi. Hitting .273, has 11 at-bats, 3 hits. Has gotten on 33.3% of the time so far. See if she can get something going with 1 out for Union here in this bottom of the 6th. First pitch is high for ball 1. Oh, hits that one. That ball hit her right on the top of the helmet, bounced all the way to the first base dugout. So she is on with a hit by pitch. And Sarah Kate Thompson is going to re-enter over at first base. Good job by Finkley to get on in that at bat. So the leadoff Morgan Jennings is going to come to the plate with Sarah Kate Thompson on at first base. Jennings is 0 for 2 so far. Third baseman McConnell is going to be playing several steps in front of third base here with the slapper Jennings up. Shows bunt, foul. Sarah Kate Thompson was on the move there. 0-1 now, 1 out. Lady Bulldogs looking to at least tie it here in the bottom of the 6th with the heart of their lineup coming up. Oh, 0-1 now. Here comes the pitch. Shows bunt again, foul. Jennings quickly down 0-2 after 2 foul bunt attempts. See what she does here with an 0-2 count and 1 out. Speedy Sarah Kate Thompson over at first. She could definitely go first to third on a base hit. Fouled straight back. Jennings was all over that one. Wishes she had that pitch back, I bet. The dangerous Macy Neal on deck. And that ball's going to get past the catcher, and Sarah Kate Thompson's going to go all the way to third. She's going to be safe. Heads up base running by the third baseman, Sarah Kate Thompson, going from first to third on that play. Delta State head coach is going to want to have a word with the home plate umpire about that one. But as it stands now, Sarah Kate Thompson is now on third base with Morgan Jennings still at the plate. 1-2 the count. And Sarah Kate will stay at third. Heads up base running. Big time there by the transfer from Itawamba Community College. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Jennings. Great opportunity for an RBI here to tie the game. Pokes that one foul. Stays alive here. Another foul ball. With Macy Neal behind her, Morgan Jennings is definitely going to get a lot of pitches to hit. Taking advantage of that so far in this season, as she's hitting .408 overall. It's nice to be able to stack a lineup where you have hitters protecting each other like the Lady Bulldogs are able to do. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Sarah Kate Thompson's going to hold up. Shortstop's going to keep looking at her, so Morgan Jennings is going to be on. That's going to be an infield hit for Jennings. Using her speed to get on. Sarah Kate Thompson taking the attention of shortstop Bailey Way, so she didn't have a play at Jennings. Now the shortstop Macy Neal's going to come to the plate. Brian Wallen talking to her, giving her some advice here, going into this big at-bat. Huge at-bat here for Macy Neal. Let's see what she does. One out, the bottom of the sixth, runners on first and third, down 8-7. At the very least, a deep fly ball would probably be enough to score Thompson. Shows bunt, pulls back. Jennings is going to get to second easily. Ball gets away from the catcher. So now both runners in scoring position. Helms wanted to appeal to say that Neal went around. She did not. Says Lawrence McCullough. So Macy Neal will have a 1-0 count coming to this pitch from Endurand. And she's going to hit that ball right off the pitcher's foot. She's going to make it to first easily on that base hit. Ties the game at 8 apiece. What an at-bat by Macy Neal. She's now 3 for 4 in this game. There's going to be a new pitcher for Delta State. Looks like it's going to be number 15, Morgan Grubb. Grubb is 8-4. Take that back. She is 1-4 so far. She has had 8 appearances, 4 games started. Has a 5.65 ERA. 26 innings pitched. Has 15 strikeouts and a .336 batting average against. Courtney Marler will be up for the Lady Bulldogs, as Macy Neal just tied it on a hit off the pitcher's foot to make it 8 apiece. This has been a high-scoring game, with Delta State getting 6 in the top of the second, 1 in the top of the third, and 1 in the top of the sixth. Union scored 4 in the bottom of the third, 3 in the bottom of the fifth, and 1 so far here in the bottom of the sixth. Union has scored their 8 runs off 7 hits. Delta State has only 2 hits in this game, but were able to take advantage of 5 Union errors as they've gotten 8 runs so far. And the catcher, Courtney Marler, who is 2 for 3 so far with 2 RBIs, gets ready to step into the batter's box. Let's see if she can add another hit to her total and at least 1 RBI here, as Morgan Grubb will face her first batter of the game. Shows bunt, pulls back, but it's still going to be a called strike, as Macy Neal goes from first to second easily. So both runners in scoring position now for Union. The runners in Marler get the sign. 0-1 the count. An opportunity here to take the lead going to the top of the 7th. Ball high. Catcher throws it back, and they get Morgan Jennings diving back into third. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Jennings got off just a little bit too far. So the catcher, Helms, was able to throw out Jennings for the second out of the inning. Still a runner in scoring position, though, as Macy Neal stands at second base. Courtney Marler, 1-1 count here. It's going to be another ball high, so 2-1. Not exactly what the Lady Bulldogs were hoping for in this, but they still have a chance here with a runner in scoring position and their catcher at the plate. Takes that for ball 3 outside. Hitters count here, 3-1. Big spot here for the sophomore, Courtney Marler. Takes that one for ball 4. So there will be runners on first and second now with the cleanup hitter, Zoe Neal, coming to the plate. Neal is 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs so far.
Batting now, number 12, Zoe Neal.
She hit a towering 2-run home run earlier in this game. Big spot for her here. It's going to take that one for strike 1 on the inside corner. Getting her first look at Grubb. Now she's ready, steps into the box. 0-1 the count. And pops it up, foul. It's going to land on the net between the field and the press box. So it's down now quickly 0-2. Zoe is definitely capable of hitting with an 0-2 count, though. In the midweek against Miles, she hit an 0-2 bomb to center field. So see if she can do something like that here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball outside, 1-2 to the Lady Bulldogs first baseman. What a chance here for the Lady Bulldogs with runners on first and second. And that's a line drive foul. Oh. Sophie Miss Levy down there catching Emily Claire Felder, almost able to snag that. Let's see if Zoe can straighten that out here as the 1-2 pitch comes from Grubb. And it's a line drive through for a base hit. The right fielder's going to knock it down, but not before Macy Neal is able to come around and score. What a hit by Zoe Neal to put the Lady Bulldogs ahead 9-8 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oh, and a 1-2 base hit by the first baseman. Runners on first and third. Mackenzie David at the plate. David looking for her first hit of the afternoon. She has 1 RBI in this game. Takes that for a called strike. Not what she wanted, so we'll do it again here. 0-1. As the Lady Bulldogs look to add to the lead. Takes that for a ball inside. A little bit farther inside than that previous pitch, so it's 1-1 now. And a high fly ball. Will it go? Will it go? Caught at the fence. Well, maybe. We're not sure. Actually, it's out, I think. Looks to be a home run, but the left fielder, Abby Cataldo, is down. Everybody at Delta State running out towards her. Not sure what the ruling on the field is. Mackenzie David ran all the way around as if it was a home run. Hope that the left fielder, Abby Cataldo, is okay. She's going to stand up, it looks like. Hopefully she's okay out there. So it's going to be a home run for Mackenzie David. A 3-run blast to left field. Looks like Cataldo's gonna stay in the game in left field. So it's gonna be 12-8 Union after a 5-run 6th inning so far, with freshman Cameron Langley coming to the plate. Great job by the 5th-year grad student, Mackenzie David. That's her first home run of the year. What a time for it to come here in this battle with the Lady Statesmen. And Cameron Langley is going to get a base hit through the left side. 12th hit of the game for the Lady Bulldogs, 12 runs, 12 hits. It's been an offensive game through and through. And the designated player, Mallory Hildebrand, going to come to the plate, looking to add to this 12-8 lead. There's no quitting these Lady Bulldogs of Union University, as they were down 7-0 at one point, now ahead 12-8. Hildebrand takes that for a ball. Comes the 1-0 pitch to Hildebrand. It's going to be a ball high. 2-0 the count. Called strike on the outside corner, 2-1 the count. Throws down to keep Cameron Langley close to the bag. They don't get her, so 2-1, 1 and 2 outs. It's going to be ball 3 to Hildebrand. See if Hildebrand can win this at bat against Grubb. Ground ball, chopped. Third baseman grabs it, throws across the first baseman, scoops it for the out. What a play by the third baseman, McConnell, and the first baseman, Harmon. So that'll do it for the Lady Bulldogs. In the bottom of the 6th, they scored 5 runs. They're now ahead 12-8. We're back with you shortly for the top of the 7th. Let's see if the Lady Bulldogs can hold the Lady Statesmen, as Lainey Baker is going to enter to pitch this final inning. Talk to you shortly.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
When you hear our name, know that it comes with a promise to give back to the community that built us, a promise to provide a human touch in a world that is becoming more automated. Ever since we put our roots down in Jackson in 1996, we have aspired to be community-focused by supporting programs and organizations that are important to our city. At First Bank, it is our mission to be present in our community and to continue the belief that when you bank local, you get more. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Fessmeyer Field. Top of the 7th here in this. It's been a back and forth battle between the Delta State Lady Statesmen and the Union University Lady Bulldogs. Going to have a pitching change here in the top of the 7th. Lainey Baker is going to take the circle for Union. She pitched a complete game, one hit, allowing only one hit and striking out 13 last night. So far this season, she has a 1.95 ERA, a 4-2 record, striking out 48 and only allowing a 164 batting average against. See what she can do here in the top of the 7th. Throws that one in for strike one. As shortstop Bailey Way is in the batter's box for Delta State. Ball high, 1-1 the count. See if she can lock down this lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Ball high, 2-1. Ground ball, it's going to be through for a base hit. Well, that was Kylie Wheaton at the plate, not Bailey Way.
Batting now, number 33, Emma Collier.
So Bailey Way will re-enter to be the runner at first base. And we're going to have Emma Collier hitting now in place of Caitlin Harmon. Takes that for a ball inside. Shows bunt. See what she does here. Pulls back. It's going to be a ball inside. 2-0 the count. This is Lainey Baker's first inning of work in this one. Coming off that 13 strikeout, one hit complete game against Delta State in which she won, improving her record to 4-2 on the season. She received Pitcher of the Week this week following her standout performance against West Alabama last weekend, which she threw an 8-inning complete game, striking out 15 of the number 13 Lady Tigers. It's going to be ball 4 to Collier. So 2 runners on, nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Head coach Sydney Sterner is going to go to the mound, talk to her defense and her pitcher, slow the Lady Statesman's momentum here. This has been a long softball game so far. Going over 2 hours and 20 minutes as of now, and we're not out of this one yet. Still got game 3 of this series to follow after this game.
Pinch runner at first, number 22, Kinsey Guess.
There's going to be a pinch runner at first. Kinsey Guess is going to come in to run, so she will be at first base.
Batting now, number 5, Abby Cataldo.
And Bailey Way at second base. Abby Cataldo is going to be at the plate now. Glad she's okay after she ran into the fence, chasing Mackenzie David's home run last half inning. She's going to take that for a called strike on the inside corner. Good start for Lainey Baker in this at-bat against Abby Cataldo. Cataldo hit a home run of her own. She has a 1-for-3 day going. Takes that one high for ball 1. Almost hits her. Ball 2. See if Lainey Baker can settle in here. It's going to be a ground ball, hot shot. Sarah Kate Thompson snags it, tags the base. Zoe Neal with the pick at first. Double play. What a play. 5-3 double play there. What a huge play here in this top of the 7th inning. The scoop by Sarah Kate Thompson tags her bag. Picked by the first baseman, Zoe Neal. What a play. Pinch hitter for Delta State is going to be Marin Beeson. She's going to hit for the third baseman, Callie McConnell. I truly believe that first base is one of the most underrated positions on the field. What a scoop by Zoe Neal over there after the wonderful stop by Sarah Kate Thompson over at third. Ball inside to Beeson. Want to know the count. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Delta State down to their final out here after that outstanding double play by Sarah Kate Thompson and Zoe Neal. Beeson takes that one inside for ball 2. Delta State does have a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Pop up. Who's going to get it? Sarah Kate Thompson wants it, and it's going to drop in fair territory. So Beeson is at second. Guest scores. It's 12-9 now. Not sure what happened on that one. The wind may have taken a little bit. It's going to be another error on the Lady Bulldogs. They're 6th of the game. Alyssa Gover now going to stand in at the plate against Lainey Baker. Gover was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts last night against Baker. See if Baker can retire her here to end this game. Want to know the count. Ball 2 high. 2-0 the count here. It's going to be a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Delta State still down to their final out, trying to come back against the Lady Bulldogs here in this top of the 7th. Lady Bulldogs have a 3-run lead. It's 12-9 so far. Ball high, 3-1 the count. Nothing has been easy for the Lady Bulldogs in this one. They've had to fight back after being down 7-0 at one point in this game. It's going to be strike 2 called, full count now. 2 outs. So Delta State is down to its final strike with Alyssa Gover at the plate. Swing and a miss. And that's going to do it, folks. The Lady Bulldogs are going to hold on to win 12-9 against Delta State as Lenny Baker comes in to get the last 3 outs of this one. Took 3 Union pitchers. They got the job done as the Lady Bulldogs are able to hold on to win 12-9. Lady Bulldogs had 12 hits in this game. Macy Neal was 3 for 4. Courtney Marler 2 for 3. Zoe Neal 2 for 4 with a long home run. Mackenzie David 1 for 4. She also hit a home run to left field. Cameron Langley was 1 for 1. And Bradley Carnier was 1 for 3 as the Lady Bulldogs defeated Delta State 12-9. Riley Vaughn, Addie Abel, and Laney Baker combined to throw all 7 innings. And we will be back with you shortly for Game 3 of this series as the Bulldogs look to sweep the Lady Statesmen of Delta State. We'll be back with you shortly.
Your life. Your home.
Your business. Your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Can I get some help?
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
You trade in your car. You trade in your house. So why not get some equity back from your old HVAC system? McCoy's Heating and Air will now give you up to $2,000 trade-in for your old unit. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty with the purchase of a qualifying York system. That's right. Trade in your old unit and get up to $2,000. Plus a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. For a limited time, only from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 750,000 views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,500 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, Bethel, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, Sacred Heart, and Peabody. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.